Hello friends, Hannah Kaida here, Director of Religious Exploration, and I'd like to welcome you to Chalica Day 3. We covenant to affirm and promote accepting one another and encouraging spiritual growth. In our children's version, we are free to learn together. Our chalice lighting for today. This chalice is a lighthouse, a beacon reaching across vast spaces. This flame beckons all travelers. Come, enter, and be welcome. Join us on our mutual quest.
Frederick by Leo Leone. All along the meadow where the cows grazed and the horses ran, there was an old stone wall. In that wall, not far from the barn and the granary, a chatty family of field mice had their home. But the farmers had moved away. The barn was abandoned, and the granary stood empty. And since winter was not far off, the little mice began to gather corn and nuts and wheat and straw. They all worked day and night, all except Frederick. Frederick, why don't you work? They asked. I do work, said Frederick. I gather sun rays for cold, dark winter days. And when they saw Frederick sitting there staring at the meadow, they said, And now, Frederick? I gather colors, answered Frederick simply, for winter is gray. And once Frederick seemed half asleep. Are you dreaming, Frederick? They asked reproachfully. But Frederick said, Oh, no, I am gathering words, for the winter days are long and many, and we'll run out of things to say. The winter days came, and when the first snow fell, the 5 little field mice took to their hideout in the stones. In the beginning, there was lots to eat, and the mice told stories of foolish foxes and silly cats. They were a happy family. But little by little, they had nibbled up most of the nuts and berries. The straw was gone, and the corn was only a memory. It was cold in the wall, and no one felt like chatting. Then they remembered what Frederick had said about sun rays and colors and words. What about your supplies, Frederick? They asked. Close your eyes, said Frederick, as he climbed on a big stone. Now I send you the rays of the sun. Do you feel how their golden glow? And as Frederick spoke of the sun, the 4 little mice began to feel warmer. Was it Frederick's voice? Was it magic? And how about the colors, Frederick? They asked anxiously. Close your eyes again, Frederick said. And when he told them of the blue periwinkles, the red poppies and the yellow wheat, and the green leaves of the berry bush, they saw the colors as clearly as if they had been painted in their minds. And the words, Frederick. Frederick cleared his throat, waited a moment, and then, as if from a stage, he said, "Who scatters snowflakes? Who melts the ice? Who spoils the weather? Who makes it nice? Who grows the four-leaf clovers in June? Who dims the daylight? Who lights the moon? Four little field mice who live in the sky. Four little field mice like you and I. One is the spring mouse who turns on the showers. Then comes the summer who paints in the flowers. The fall mouse is next with walnuts and wheat, and winter is last with little cold feet. Aren't we lucky the seasons are four? Think of a year with one less or one more. They all applauded. But Frederick, they said, you are a poet. Frederick blushed, took a bow, and said shyly, I know it. The end.
Today's meditation from Jeff Liebman. Our chalice is a lighthouse, a beacon showing people a way to religious beings safe from the rocks and currents of despair and hopelessness. But lighthouses often reside in solitary locations far apart from the bustle of home and business. In our search for individual spiritual growth, we might find so much comfort in a newfound belief that we isolate ourselves from others. We might feel our beliefs too fragile to subject them to the scrutiny of others. Have you ever felt or had the feeling that you don't fit in? Like you're not dressed properly for the place you visit, or that you don't know the correct in-speak everyone else is using? The third principle is a call to build a community where everyone is accepted as they are, where no one feels that they don't fit in just because they're different. There's a growing fear of difference in our nation, especially around those of different cultures, languages, religions, or sexual gender identities. In Unitarian Universalism, we strive to be, universal. We believe in a love that leaves no one out. But being accepted as we are doesn't mean we don't believe in change. Each of us is a work in progress, an imperfect, broken human being that could honestly do a little better at being our best self. Rather than beat each other down with guilt or threats or divine punishment, we believe that inside you is the incredible potential of your best self, and we want to inspire and love you into that potential. I'd like to share with you a few lyrics from hymn 402, From You I Receive. And it's a simple message. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. Please enjoy hymn 402, From You I Receive.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and by this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and by this we live.
How do we accept each other while at the same time encouraging each other to grow? It's a delicate balancing act. The key, as always, is love. We accept each other because we want to be accepted. And once we know we are loved, our heart can open up to consider ways we might need to be transformed together. Our mindfulness and action suggested activities. Think of someone you've wronged and apologize to them. Read from a sacred text, whether that's the Bible, the Quran, or something else, maybe something that's unfamiliar to you. Find something that resonates with you. Learn about other religious points of view. Maybe start by learning about the wide diversity of religious thought in Unitarian Universalism by going to uua.org/beliefs. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and happy Chalica.